Greetings, professors and fellow classmates. We would like to share some findings we reached. Have you encountered places like these before? If so, do you know their general name? In Hong Kong, they're called brownfields. According to the definition from the Legislative Council of the Hong Kong SAR, they are agricultural lands in the rural New Territories, especially the relatively flat and accessible areas which are occupied by various haphazard operations, such as storage, vehicle parking, waste recycling industry, logistic and freight operation, and other land uses. So, how are these brownfields affecting us? One of the problems is pollution. From an investigation done by Greenpeace, in over 70 brownfield site study, more than half were operating while violating regulation, resulting in waste mountains up to 8 meters tall, with unacceptably high heavy metal levels in the soil. What's worse is that some brownfields in Tsuen Wan and Kwai Chin even intruded into country parks, harming the surrounding natural habitats and wildlife. Given that the area of brownfields almost doubled from 1993 to 2021, the government should take initiatives to start the development and end the occupations of the brownfields, both environmental protection-wise and housing-wise. However, the Hong Kong government has come across various challenges on the way to developing brownfield, and therefore we would like to make some suggestions in light of future improvement in this video. Before we start, what data does the government process and how are they collected? Here is a pie chart from the planning department showing distribution of industries operating on brownfields. This was collected through online surveys and face-to-face questionnaires. On the other hand, there is an interactive map provided by Greenpeace showing the spatial distribution of brownfields with detailed information. Collected through digital orthophoto, helicopter aerial photos, satellite images, and drone aerial maps. In addition, geographic information systems and map tools such as ArcGIS, Google Map and Google Earth are used. In short, remote sensing data and field surveys were conducted to collect data. Now, let's take a look at a recent development plan that Hong Kong initiated. Following the Northern Metropolis mentioned in the Policy Address 2021, the development bureau planned to take back nearly 28% of currently active brownfields in Hong Kong. So, what are the ongoing issues? First, the discussion between the authorities and the current users of the brownfields regarding the issue of removing industries is not enough, leading to an inefficient restoration rate of brownfields. Next, the development plan has long been criticized for the lack of focus and concrete policies in relieving the problems associated with brownfields, leading to a lack in sufficient actions and schedule of restoring the brownfields that are being occupied. Before we get into how the Hong Kong government can overcome these difficulties, let's shift our focus to other countries. How do they deal with issues related to brownfields? In the UK, the Environmental Protection Agency has put in numerous grant schemes to provide direct funding for brownfields. More importantly, the public engagement is adopted as the core strategy to ensure transparency of the development plans. Under public supervision, the plans are more likely to meet community needs and address public concerns with more precise planning. To put it simply, the government could improve through the following two ways. First, the transparency of development plans should be increased by organizing more public consultation forums to reach a consensus about the distribution of high-potential brownfields among the society. At the same time, to deliberate future economic development strategy and to formulate industrial blueprints, convening an economic review committee every 10 years will allow the policies and development strategies to adjust according to the needs of the society. This brings us to our conclusion. The brownfield situation in Hong Kong requires more public attention for its devastating and long-lasting effects on the environment. Making good use of big data is the key to solving urban issues. Through improving the transparency of big data collected by the government, the public is able to participate in the policy-making process, which will make the future urban planning more sustainable and thus in hope of tackling the issues associated with brownfields. Thank you for listening.